sex drive feeling a little low on gas?
Low sexual desire is the most common sexual problem among women, and chronic stress is often to blame.
In my latest Psychology Today post, I talked about a new mindfulness therapy that may improve your sexual desire by specifically targeting stress. And here to tell us about it is sex researcher and therapist Lori Brotto.
We're seeing exciting promise in therapies that calm one's internal mental state by shifting attention away from negative judgments and toward neutral observations, focusing on sensations in the body. It's also about bringing the same attention and openness to all sensations, the good ones, the bad ones, and the neutral ones, which we call equanimity.
In her book, Better Sex Through Mindfulness, Lori demonstrates how sexual mindfulness can lead to increased desire for sexual activity.
My colleagues and I examined whether an 8-week mindfulness program could decrease stress in women with sexual interest and arousal problems, and therefore improve their sexual desire through regular meditation practices like the body scan, breath awareness, mindfulness of thoughts, and mindful movement. We saw significantly greater stress reduction and increased sexual well-being in participants overall.
Now, none of this is to imply that a consistently strong sex drive should be the defining factor of a healthy sex life or relationship. It's natural for sexual urges to ebb and flow. But if your sex drive is on empty and you want to fill her up, sexual mindfulness therapies might be the exact tune-up that you need. Believe it or not, multiple orgasms are not something that are just reserved for Netflix and porn. About 15% of women report having multiple orgasms and do so about half the time that they have sex. Women who have multiple orgasms report on average having about 3 every time they have sex. But this number varies quite widely, ranging somewhere between 2 and 20 on average, but with one woman reporting as many as 100 orgasms in one session. Girl, if you are watching this, please DM me. I have questions. During partnered sex, the first orgasm usually occurs about 13 minutes in, with each subsequent orgasm after that occurring about every 4 minutes. This is due to blood flow and the genital swelling that results from the first orgasm, making each subsequent orgasm easier to come by. And then come again. And then come again, and then come again. Stay tuned for my multiple orgasms 201 video, because you deserve more than one. Most of my students assume I'm a dominatrix, and that I have a dungeon where my husband and 6 other lovers are tied up at any given moment. Guys, come on, only one of those is true. But the truth is, over the last 3 months, I have had to take a step back from having sex as a result of my injury. And I'm pleased to report nothing terrible happens if you stop having sex. You won't die, cut your lifespan short, get heart disease, or get sick. It's perfectly normal to go through sexual dry spells, especially if one partner has an injury or an illness. And don't even get me started on those first few months after you've had a child. Sleep deprivation, breastfeeding, and constantly caring for the tiny new being may make for an incredible journey, but it is not a time most couples have a ton of sex. And that is okay. But I will say, pleasure is important in our lives. It introduces positive emotions, which research shows builds our ego resilience and helps us bounce back from setbacks. So if you too are experiencing a dry spell, find other ways to be physically intimate in your relationship, even if it's just hugs and cuddling on the couch for a while. Personally, I've really enjoyed the massive uptick in my husband giving me foot rubs.